You're welcome back. Just days ago, residents in part of Nsukka experienced a planned power outage on Thursday, March 26th and Friday, March 27th, following an announcement by MainPower Electricity Distribution Limited to replace 40 breakers at the UNN Injection Substation. Now that power has been restored, attention is shifting from the disruption itself to its outcome, whether this intervention will translate into improved electricity supply and fewer outages for affected communities. Joining us is Mr. Emeka Eze, the head of corporate communications at the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, to help us understand what was done, what has changed, and what residents should realistically expect going forward. Mr. Emeka Eze, you're welcome.
Thank you, Nelma. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Happy New Week, sir.
I wish you the same.
All right. Now that the 2-day planned outage has elapsed, can you walk us through what work was done at the substation?
Okay, thank you very much. Prior to this very exercise, we experienced equipment limitation, which impacted on the breakers at our UNN Injection Substation. The UNN Injection Substation radiates 4 feeders, and those feeders are Wilson, UNN, Township, and Only 11 kV feeders. These are feeders that radiate energy from the UNN Injection Substation. And because of the equipment limitation, we were not able to effectively and efficiently serve our customers, which resulted to backfeeding the township feeder using Only and VAR's 11 kV feeders. That has been the case, coupled with the low energy allocation occasioned by the gas constraint, which we all know is a challenge across the country. That, to a very large extent, affected service delivery to our customers in Nsukka. But with the planned outage, that was just to enable our engineers install the new breakers. There's no way the breakers can be installed while the lines are on potential. That's why the lines are on. So it needed to be shut down. And we intimated our customers of this development. It was meant to start on Thursday and end on Friday, but unfortunately we couldn't start on Thursday, so we started on Friday. And I'm happy to tell us that this exercise has been completed and all the feeders are on potential and customers connected to these feeders are already being served. I also want to use this opportunity to, appreciate our customers for their understanding and their patience while this, happens. It's all geared towards improving the quality of service to them.
All right. Mr. Emeka, I heard you. I listened to you intently. Were the breakers responsible for the power outages that Nsukka was having, prior to the new installation? Was it responsible for the tripping, the outages?
It was partly responsible. I alluded to the fact that for some time now we've been having challenge with availability, that's supply to our customers as a result of the gas constraint, which we all know has to a very large extent affected electricity distribution in the country, because the allocation the distribution companies are getting is far below the expected allocation. Likewise, the generation by the GENCOs, which is a national issue. So the breaker, let's take for example that the supply, the allocation are okay, and we're having the challenge with the breaker. The customers cannot enjoy good service because the equipment used in serving them is having issue. That's the equipment limitation. And what we were doing before this equipment was delivered was we came up with a kind of palliative arrangement where we backfeed the affected area using another feeder. So that was what we were doing at the time up until this weekend. But I can tell you that with the installation of these breakers, that will not happen again. We will not be backfeeding our customers. So whatever allocation we get due to these customers will be distributed to them without any encumbrance. So to answer your question, the challenge they had was partly because of the equipment and also partly because of the low energy allocation.
Right.
So what has happened now is that if we get, for example, assuming we get 20 megawatts from Nsukka, the feeders will be able to push out these 20 megawatts to the customers, feeding from those feeders without any disruption. It's also part of our commitment to ensuring that we maintain our infrastructure periodically to be able to, serve our customers. So the major challenge our customers are having across the network has to do with the drop in energy allocation, which impacted the availability to these customers. Let's not separate that from the whole picture. It is here with us currently, and we are managing within the allocation that we get. But with this equipment that is on ground, customers on each of the feeders will be getting their due allocation.
All right. Was the 2-day outage sufficient to fully resolve the issue of the faulty breakers? Was it enough? Or should the resident expect future maintenances going forward that would happen maybe towards the end of the year or in a few months' time? Or was just the 2 days sufficient to handle the issue on ground?
Okay, for this very exercise, which was to install the faulty breaker, the 2 days was supposed to be enough, but from my account, you can see that it spilled into Sunday because after completing the exercise on Saturday, some other issues cropped up, which was, wrapped up on Sunday. I would say for this exercise, the 2 days was enough. But it's also important to mention that periodically we have what we call periodic maintenance. If you don't maintain this equipment, it's bound to pack up. So what we do is, whenever they are due for maintenance, we inform our customers and we carry out this maintenance. Some of them might not be up to 2 days because of the major nature of this very one, because it has to do with the coupling the existing breaker, which was faulty, and installing the new breaker. After which the PCM team was have to set the relays and all those cables to ensure that everything is perfect before energy can be evacuated from the injection substation. So 2 days was enough, though it spilled into the 3rd day. And there will be periodic maintenance, just like every other equipment. If you don't maintain them, you're bound to lose them, or you're bound to shut down or cripple your operation. So once they are due for maintenance, we notify our customers and carry out the maintenance and restore supply to our customers.
All right, beautiful. So what immediate changes should the residents in Nsukka get to start noticing or would notice after this installation?
Okay, they will begin to experience improved service delivery. Those customers that were, before this installation, being backfed using other feeders will not be backfed with those feeders. They will be getting supply from their own feeder. So the prolonged outage occasioned by the equipment limitation is no more there. What we are now contending with will be the poor allocation that we are getting. So if, for example, you were getting 20 hours, because of the poor allocation, there's no way you can be getting 20 hours. Maybe you'll be getting 15 hours, 12 hours, as the case may be. But other than that, our equipment is up and running, and as if we get the full complement of our location today, our customers can be guaranteed that those energies will be distributed to them.
All right. Mr. Emeka Eze, thank you very much for filling us in with that information. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Have a lovely day. Thank you. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's much we can take on the Eastern Business Report, and the Afia Business Morning returns tomorrow. Many thanks for staying with us. My name is Noma, and bye for now.